Hey guys, today we are going to be working on the area trapezoid. You might be wondering, what is a trapezoid? Well, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral. It has two parallel sides, so this side and this side are parallel, meaning again they do not touch. So again, we are finding the area, so we need to figure out what fills that shape. We know that the area of a square or a quadrilateral or parallelogram is area equals base times height. That's what we learned earlier, but the trapezoid doesn't look like a parallelogram or a square or a rectangle. So we need to make some adjustments. So now I drew a trapezoid right next to it with the dotted lines. And look, it does form a parallelogram. Now I can use my area equals base times height, but the only thing is I know that this part is missing. So to figure out the area of a trapezoid, the formula is the area is 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times height. So you're probably asking, where are the bases? Well, here are the bases. So the bases, either or, the top is base 2, bottom is base 1, or it could be vice versa because of the community property. And then the height is still the same. This part is the height. So the height of the shape stays the same, like normal shapes. And then we are multiplying by a half because, again, remember, this part is the half that we are cutting off. So we're only having half of a trapezoid instead of a parallelogram. So we are going to try one, or I'm going to go over one with you guys. So we have this trapezoid. The top base is 3 feet, the bottom base is 6 feet, and the height we have is 4 feet. So I'm going to substitute for my formula. So we can call base 1 the top, so let's say that's 3 feet. And we'll call the bottom the base 2, which is 6 feet. And we will be multiplying that by 4 feet. So based on order of operations, I have to do what's in the parentheses or the groupings first. So I am going to be adding 6 plus 3 feet. And now I have 1/2 times 9 feet times 4 feet. And technically I should be using my order of operations because we have multiplication from left to right. But because of the community property of multiplication, it does not matter what the order is. So I'm just going to do 9 times 4 feet. But the correct way should have been 1/2 times 9 feet. But I'm going to do 9 times 4 feet, which gives me 36 feet times 1/2. Actually, it's 36 square feet times 1/2. And I know half of 36 is equal to 18 square feet. And if you didn't know what half of 36 was, you could have did 36 divided by 2 and you would have gotten 18. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and try one yourself. So these are other types of trapezoids before we get to our own problem. Just remember, we always have to find the base. And once you find the base, you can multiply that or add them and then multiply it by the height and then the half. All right, let's try one. Okay, so here is your problem. So we wrote down our formula for trapezoid. So why don't you go ahead and try the first step. Okay, so if you have this formula written out, you are absolutely correct. Now go ahead and pause it and go ahead and do the next part. So if you were thinking we needed to add the parentheses, you are absolutely correct because of the order of operations. So go ahead and add those together. You should have gotten 16 feet by adding 11.5 and 4 5/10 feet together. And now let's bring down the rest of our formula or our equation. Now go ahead and spend time doing the next part. So you have two different ways because of community property. If you wanted to do from left to right, you could have did it this way. But earlier, my other example, I did it this way just because I had an odd number for my base. So you can do it either way. So I did it the left this time. So I got 8 feet because half of 16 is 8. So you should have ended up with 64 square feet. If you did 16 times 8, you would have ended with the same answer. Congratulations, you just learned how to do area of a trapezoid. Have fun.